Hi, my name's Simon and I'm one of Ark's trainers. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Today we're actually going to be looking at our teams. Teams are great, obviously, and what we're actually going to do is we're going to create a new team. So click on the Teams tab, and by default this will show you every team that you are actually a member of or you own. As you can plainly see, I've got Ark ICT company share. I'm an engineer. That's my private channel. That's my lovely little cat Jeff, and this is Thor. This is a group that we made in a training session last week. What we're actually going to do is I'm going to join or create a team. So I'm going to create a team over here on the left hand side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a class team. Now there are 4 different types that you can have. You can have class, you can have a PLC, you can have staff, so administration and development, stuff like that, and other, so you know, sort of social sort of things. I'm interested in creating a class at the moment. Have a play with the other 2. These are the only other 2 that you're actually going to be interested in. Staff teams are quite useful, especially for departments or inter-departments, and other things like after-school activities. So you could set, say you played basketball after school, you could set that up as a team as well. But right now, let's just concentrate on a normal class. I'm going to stick with our Norse theme. So we started off, we had a Thor. Obviously we're going to have Odin, who is the All Father. Okay, so now I'm just going to push next. This will immediately create the team, but what we actually want to do is actually add people to the team. So we're actually going to, if I could actually if my fingers could type, this would be so much easier. So I'm going to actually add Ark Pupil 1, Ark Pupil 2, Ark Pupil 3. That'll do for the time being. So click add. So we've got those 3 pupils. Teachers, obviously I'm already a teacher. So now I'm going to, let's just say, if I wanted to add another teacher, okay, so this is adding further teachers. You are already a teacher, so you're already in here. So I'm going to push add for Ark teacher as well, and now I'm going to push close. Okay, so we have a wonderful new team. You can see we've got the general channel all set up and ready there. We've got our Odin channel, we've got files, notebook, assignments, grades, etc. We'll come to all of those later, but this is just an overview on how to actually initially set up a team. So what we're going to do is we're going to see where Odin is, and I'm going to push these three buttons here for more options, and I would like to manage the team. As you can see, if I expand that down, we've got owners and members. We've got me and we've got Ark teacher, our owners, and members, or we've got our pupils. In Teams is a collaboration tool that's designed to meet the needs of as many different types of organisations as possible. So wherever we see the word owner, you think teacher, and wherever we see member, we think pupil. Okay, so if it's an owner, we're a teacher. If it's a member, it's a pupil. Guests by default have been turned off in line with GDPR, data protection, and Department for Education's guidelines. So here's our members. If we wanted to add a member, we can add a member here. So I'm actually going to add a member. Am I adding a student or am I adding a teacher? So I'm going to add a student first. So I'm going to go with Ark Pupil 4. And so we're going to add Ark Pupil 4, and we're also going to add Phil, who's actually the boss of Ark, but we're going to add Phil as a teacher. Okay, so once we've done that, I can push close. Phil now turns up, and Ark Pupil 4 now turns up. Okay, so we can see that Phil is a teacher because we put him in the teachers bit, and we can see that Pupil 4 is a pupil because they're in the pupil part. You cannot delete a teacher. What you can do is you can bust one down to be a pupil. So I'm going to make Phil a pupil. Sorry Phil if you ever watch this. And now we can actually delete Phil if we want to. We can delete any student that we want. We can actually change their membership from being a member to an owner. So if I wanted to put Phil back as a teacher, I could actually just put him back as an owner and he would immediately repopulate up there. I don't. At the moment, what I actually want to do is I want to delete Phil. And you can see there are crosses on the right hand side here where there are no crosses here. We cannot delete teachers. We can make them a member, we can make them a pupil, but that's it. That ensures that there will always be at least one teacher. So I'm going to delete Phil from the team. Sorry, Phil. You'll notice immediately there's no pop-up. There's no, are you sure you want to delete Phil? Are you really sure? You know that thing that Microsoft does all the time? You push a button. Are you sure you want to do that? Yes. Are you really, really sure? Yes. There's none of that. When you delete a pupil, you delete a pupil. Not only do you delete that pupil, but you delete all that pupil's work from your team as well. So when we're deleting pupils, be very, very careful. Only delete a pupil when you really, really mean it. Okay? So the next thing we have is channels. Now channels are these things on the right hand side. We have channels for chat, channels for different things. At the moment we've just got our general channel, and that's fine. We're going to add a channel now, so I'm just going to click add channel over there, and our channel name is going to be, I really should have made a little script up for this. Our channel name is going to be called Odin's Children. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, so we've got Odin's Children. I've even left out an apostrophe. Dear Lord, how terrible for me. The reason I've left out the apostrophe is because that's not actually supported. So Microsoft will tell me that I've left out an apostrophe, but won't let me put one in. So we can put a description in there if we feel it necessary. So yes, I do. I feel it necessary. Oh dear Lord. And we can actually pick whether this is a standard channel or a private channel. So I'm just going to tick standard for the time being, and I'm just going to tick this box so that everybody gets this channel showing up immediately. Okay, so we're going to add that channel, and here we go. It'll immediately take us to Odin's Children channel. Okay, so I want to go back, and I can actually add a channel from here. I do actually want to add another channel, and in this case we're going to call this channel for, why not, but this time I'm actually going to make it private. So we might have actually had we might have a couple of students that are working on a project for us. So let's just say that Ark Pupil 4 and Ark Pupil 3, let's say we want to stretch them a little bit, so we're going to actually add them into this private channel. Because it's a private channel, we can't, if you're not Ark Pupil 3 or 4, or you are not a teacher of this channel, then you can't see it. You don't even get to see 4 pop up there. Okay, that is only for those people. Let's just go back into managing that team for a moment. So you can see if we click on channels, we've now got 3 channels. So we've got our general channel, we've got Odin's Children, which is showing for members and me. We've got a description there, and we can actually see in the activity, and we can get an email address for the channel. So if we wanted to email our students something for Thor, for the sake of example, we can get the email address for Thor's channel, and we can email it straight to that channel, and it will come up in that channel straight away. So I'm actually going to do that. So I'm just going to get the email address for Odin's Children, apparently. So I'm just going to copy that, and then I'm actually just going to go to my Outlook, which you can't see, and I'm actually just going to email Odin's channel. Let me just make that up. And we're just going to call that test, and we're going to say hello Odin. Why not? And then just push send on that. Okay, so I've just emailed Odin's Children, because we can do that. We can edit the channel as well, so if we want to, we can actually edit the name, we can edit the description, and as you can see, Odin's Children has now gone bold, which means that there's something being posted in Odin's Children. I wonder whatever that could be. Let's have a look. So here is, you can view the original email, or we can just click on that window to show the various bits and pieces. So let's view the original email. or we can actually see more or see less. So if I'll push see more, so you can actually see all of the email. So I've got hello Odin there, which is exactly what I said I was typing. So this is the email I've sent. Now you can see up there it says last read. So this is the last piece of information that I've read within that channel. Okay, let's just go back to managing our team for a moment. Okay, so there's our channels, and I've said we can rename them, we can edit them, we can send emails to them, and that's great. Let's have a look at our settings for a moment. So we can actually pick a theme for our team. So I can change the theme. The theme is the image. I'm going to be honest, that's it. Not particularly thrilling or exciting. So let's try and pick something vaguely kind of Odin-ish. Odin was the All-Father and a tree. Is there a tree anywhere? There we go. Let's have a maple leaf. Is sort of a tree type thing. I suppose it's actually, nope, that'll do. Okay, so I'm gonna select that. I'm gonna click OK, and as you can see, the icon there is immediately changed. Let's go back into managing our team. Go into settings. This is where we can set member permissions. So if we don't want, by default, all of these are unticked. We can actually say owners can delete all messages, and we can give pupils the option to delete their messages or give pupils the option to edit their messages. There are two schools of thought when we come to this. There's a school of thought that says, no, I would like to see everything that my pupils have typed. So if they've said something nasty to another, directed to somebody else, they can't delete it. The evidence is there, it's explicit. There's the other school of thought that says, no, I'd like my pupils to actually be able to edit and delete their messages in case they've made a mistake. They don't want to look stupid in front of their friends. Yes, I'd like to have that sort of that capability for them. This is totally up to you. You are still the teacher, obviously. If this is your class, it's just an extension of your class. So if you want to give your pupils the option to delete or edit their messages, then absolutely leave them ticked. If you don't want your pupils to have that, then untick them. It is your personal preference. It's how you would like your classroom to run. Okay? I always leave that owners can delete all messages, because then if we do see something inappropriate, we can obviously remove that as soon as we can find it. So that's our member permissions there. We also have guest permissions. There are no guest permissions because guests are disabled. As I said, that's in line with DFE and local regulations, not to mention GDPR. We have mentions so that we can actually, do we want our pupils to mention the team name, because it sends a notification to everybody on the team. Again, this is your classroom. This is the way that you want to run it. I don't see the harm in leaving those ticked, because only people within our organisation, within your school basically, and with access to see that channel, get to see those anyway. Team code we don't care about, it's nothing to do with us. That's more of a corporate kind of thing. Now we have fun stuff. Do we want to allow fun stuff? So gifts, do we want to allow gifts? Yes, no, maybe. Again, this is totally up to you. This is your class. I happen to know the older that our students get, the worse they are at using this sort of stuff. So by the time you get to HE and FE, I've worked in colleges and I've taught sort of degree level stuff. They are way worse for using this, and they will desperately try and abuse it as much as they can. But again, this is your class. If you want to let them have that flexibility of fun, absolutely. There is a strict filter set by default, but you can actually set it to moderate or allow all. I really wouldn't. I'd leave it as strict. We've also got stickers and memes, whether we want to actually allow stickers and memes. It's up to you. So if we enable stickers and memes, we get customized memes. Do we want to allow customized memes? And again, you can say yes and you can say no. I would always say no, because that means that we can actually allow somebody to get a meme, create something on the top of that meme, a iPad Word perhaps, that they can then upload. What I would do personally, I would probably leave GIFs and stickers on and memes on, and then if my pupils are taking the mickey with it, if I think it's too much, well, fine. I can take that power away from them quite easily. And then after a couple of weeks, I'll say, okay, I'll enable GIFs again. If you mess around again, I'll take it back off. But again, that's very much a tutor-teacher kind of thing. It's what you want to do with your class. And I'll stress it again, it's your class to do with what you want. Okay, there's the OneNote class notebook, which we will ignore for the time being. We manage that somewhere else. And there's tags. Who can add tags? A tag is at Simon West, at Ark Teacher. So we can say only owners, so only us, only teachers can do that, or we can put it down to all members, or that means teachers and pupils can do that. Again, up to you. It can be useful if you have a pupil that knows how to tag you. So, at Ark Teacher, I've done my homework, it's here. That can be really useful, rather than trying to sift through seeing who has or hasn't actually messaged you. You've got analytics. This will be a lot better going forwards, obviously. We've just created this team, so there's no data to show, and it says there's absolutely no data to show. But that can actually be quite useful to see who's attending, because that shows peaks and troughs of who's attending when and all that sort of stuff. And again, there's the apps, and there's the 7 that we like. I like the praise one. You can send praise to your pupils when they've done a good job, and a little guy turns up, or a little animation turns up and basically goes good job and all that sort of stuff. It's actually really useful for pupils just to get that praise, and that's a really nice way of doing it. So that is the top 4 tabs up here. We can also manage our channels. Now, one of the things I wanted to manage was Odin's children. Let's manage Odin's children for a moment. We can actually set moderation to be on or off. So if we set moderation off, that means that anybody can do anything and everybody can do it, okay? Apart from guests, obviously, because there's no guests allowed on our system. If I say that I want to moderate this channel, immediately the team owners, us as teachers, and as you'll recall, that's myself as Simon and Ark Teacher I added when I created this team. If I hover over that, it will tell me who the team owners are, and indeed it's me and Ark Teacher. And now we can actually state what they're allowed to do. So do we want to allow our pupils connectors to submit channel messages? No, you don't. A connector is something, like I said, this is a fabulous piece of collaboration software, and it can tie into lots of different pieces of software. Lots of different social media platforms can actually have a connector that feeds into Teams. So we don't want a connector, because then we haven't got the control over that content that perhaps we want to. For the same reason, we want to untick allow bots to submit channel messages. We don't want to allow a bot. A bot is a program that will do something automatically. We don't want that. We want to know that the content on here is generated by either us or our pupils. Now, this is the fun part. Allow members to reply to channel messages. So I'm going to say yes, I'm going to allow our members to reply to channel messages. But what this means is, because we've set moderation to be on, who can start new posts? Only moderators. And the moderators are us, the teachers. So at the moment, on this team, on Odin's Children, the only people that can post a new message are us. Our pupils can reply to a message, they cannot start a message. Okay? And that is the way it should be, perhaps. Again, it's up to you. It is your class. If we look at the general one, let's manage the general channel for a moment. At the moment, we've got anyone can post messages. But we can set it so that only we can post messages as teachers. So as teachers, maybe that's something that you want to go with. But we want sort of either teachers and pupils or just teachers. Again, it's up to you. It's how you want to use this for your classroom. You are very much in control of the whole aspect of Teams. And this is just one of those ways that you can take control, and you can control the content that's going into these teams. It is your classroom. It's up to you how you want to run it. Again, you can come back and change these settings whenever you want to. So if you want to start off with anybody can post messages, but you find that your pupils are being a little bit irresponsible, and they're posting too much stuff, you can just immediately knock it down to fine, only I can post messages. And again, later on, you can perhaps give them that power back and see if we can actually moderate that power. So this is a very quick kind of run through how to manage our team, how to create our team, how to add and remove members to our team. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you'll find me on the next video. In the meantime, thank you very much. Have a lovely time.